Good morning.
Good
Good
morning, Miss
morning.
Williams. Guess what?
What?
My niece was born today.
She was, or
Yeah.
was. So, did you get to go into the hospital?
Yes, ma'am. I have been in the hospital since.
So, you're there right now.
No, I'm not. I'm at my house. I just came back to my house. But I was at the hospital from 6:30 to about 9:50.
So, what is her name?
Her name is Nayeli.
It's a pretty name.
Yep.
Is that your first niece?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Do you have any nephews?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, she'll be spoiled, I'm sure. Don't you think?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's see who we have here. Did everyone check their grade in Infinite Campus?
Yes, ma'am.
Was anyone happy with their grade? Nobody's going to answer me. I said, was anyone not happy with your grade?
Oh, no, I thought you said is anybody happy with their grade?
Anyone not happy? Well, I guess everyone was happy. Okay, let's see, who are we missing? Got some cameras off. Morning, Prince. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good.
Good. You look rather quiet there. Let's see, Shadarius. I don't see Lawrence. Anybody see Lawrence today? Don't see Kenna. There you are, Rob. I couldn't find you. Okay, so we are missing Shadarius and Lawrence and Kenna. Okay, my question a minute ago was, had you checked your grade for the...
Ma'am, I'm here.
Who's here? Wave your hand at me. Oh, Kenna. Okay. I don't know why I didn't see you, dear. Okay, thank you for telling me. Okay, so we're missing Shadarius and Lawrence. Is that correct? So let me do attendance real fast, and then we will. You have a warm up. Go ahead and do that. And I will say, if you were not happy with your grades, it's not too late. You can get those up to where they need to be in order to pass the course. So don't give up. Just make sure that you put forth the effort that you need in order to be successful. Because who is it up to make sure you're successful? Is it me?
No, it's yourself.
Okay. I can guide you. Thank you, Kimura. I can guide you, I can help you, but I cannot do the assignments for you. That's totally up to you. Okay, so first off, we have our warm up. Then we're going to be going in, there's Lawrence. Then we're going to be going into intro to economics and marketing, which sounds sort of strange, but it is part of this course. Morning, Lawrence. You mark you as here. So I hope everyone has gone to 1113 marketing warm up. Okay, you may notice it says this assignment does not count towards the final grade. That can be changed, depends on what kind of grades I need to help the situation. And the question was, are marketing and economics the same or different? Explain your answer. Do some research if you need to. Do some research if you need to. Okay, Jordan and Jace, I don't see your cameras on. And I have been calling parents with children that have failing grades. So if you got a phone call, or some of them I had to leave messages because the person was not available. But if you are not doing so well, you will be receiving a phone call if you have not already. Okay, I've only got, let's see, 8 people logged in. We have many, many more in this class. I lost my water. Okay, who am I waiting on? Got several people that haven't responded. No, you don't want me to start calling your name. Thank you, Prince.
Miss, like you just like my warm up is I've been waiting for a long time and it's still not loading.
Try to reload your canvas. Go up to the top. It says reload this page. Reload that. See if it helps.
So first it turned to a blank screen and then it just went back to the rolly scrolly thingy.
You may have to log out of Canvas and go back into it if it's acting that way. Haley, set up, please.
Did you just call
Haley.
me, ma'am?
I was talking to Haley. Got some faces I can't see. Cassidy, is it working now?
I'm logging out of Canvas and going in back in right now.
Okay. Check. Ivani, I saw the message that you sent me. Okay, Chase, looks like you're not there yet. Okay, Milan, you're on something that's old. Well, it's not due till Friday, but you need to go ahead and let's do this together now.
I don't know I don't know what's going on with me today.
What do you mean, Milan?
Because it's like I see things that are like completely different from what I have to do.
Yes, Aubrey, make it snappy. You see things that are completely different from what you have to. Okay,
Miss, may I type it in the chat because it's just not working?
yes, now just paste it in for you. Milan, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Never mind.
I'll be glad to help you, but you have to tell me what you're talking about, young lady. Lawrence, why can't I see you today? Very unusual for you. Okay, Cassidy's going to post hers in the chat, and then I'm going to move it over to the discussion, and then we'll get started. Hello, Haley. Good morning, Shadarius. We're working on the warm-up you will see in the chat. Not in the chat, but on the screen. Okay, Cassidy, are you still typing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ashlyn, Jordan, Shadarius, your cameras are not on. Prince, are you okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You forget I can see you. Okay, let me get hers posted and we will get started. Okay, Cassie, it says you have exceeded the maximum number of. Okay, I'll take off one of the sentences that help. Okay, let's get started. Hey, Cassidy, it shows teacher, but it's yours. Okay, so who would like to read the question? Ivani? What is the question being asked?
It says
Can't hear, dear. Okay, the question is, are marketing and economics the same or different? Explain your answer. Research it if you need to. Yes, Aubrey, you may. Okay, let's see who's up first to read. Kamora, can you read?
Yes, ma'am. I said marketing and economics are not the same, even though they may be in the same field. They are not the same because marketing deals more with the practice and disciplines of a business, while economics is more so about the study of people and choices.
Okay, thank you. Aubrey, you're up next.
Marketing and economics are not the same, even though they may seem like they are. Marketers want consumers to buy and use their products, while behavior economics want people to make better decisions.
Okay, good. Lots of good responses. Okay, Bryant, would you like to read? Bryant. Bryant, would you read your response? Bryant, I can't hear you, buddy. Okay, so I'm guessing his mic must not be working, but he said yes because marketing is a discipline concerned with business practices, while economics is essentially a social science discipline. Okay, up next, Chrysla.
I said marketing and economics are not the same because marketing wants consumers to buy their stuff, while economics wants people to make better decisions.
Okay, thank you. Haley.
I said marketing and economics are related fields but serve different functions and perspectives within business and society. They overlap significantly yet maintain unique characteristics and goals.
Very good explanation. Thank you. Mary Beth. Mary Beth, would you like to read your response?
Marketing is a way to convince people to buy, whilst economics is, I don't know, that was just a guess. But no,
Okay.
I know they're not the same.
Well, it's just your opinion or your thoughts. Hey, Lawrence. Lawrence. Okay, your mic isn't working. Lawrence said marketing and economics aren't the same because marketing is trying to get consumers to buy a product, but economics is very different from marketing. Okay, Prince.
Oh, marketing and economics are not the same, though they both have some similarities. But marketing focuses more on retaining your customers and giving people to buy your product.
Okay, good. And up next would be Ariana.
I said marketing and economics are not different but also related. Economics are how people study resources and make choices, while marketing focuses on promoting and selling products or services.
Very good, thank you. Ashlyn.
Sorry, I
Ashlyn.
thought I was unmuted. I thought I was unmuted. They are not the same. The market wants people to buy.
Okay, you started cutting out. Okay, this is Cassidy. She has two. Okay, Cassidy, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. So I would say that marketing and economics are similar yet are not the same. When I think of marketing, I think of advertising, branding, getting your product out there. Yeah, economics I see more as like of a societal thing, like what people's wants and demands, like the three W's. Who what was it? Who did what to produce, who to produce, and how to produce it. I don't really remember.
Something like that. Yes, something like that. Yeah. Okay, here's your other. Did you read this part?
Oh, and like money or like economics in general.
Okay, thank you for your response. Okay, Milan.
Okay, I said, let me see. Where's my thing at? Oh, I can see it from here. I said no. Never mind. I said no. Marketing and economics are completely different things. Economics is kind of research/studying something online, and marketing is creating a business and how to run a business.
Okay, good responses from everyone. Okay, Jace, I see yours is here now.
I said they are different because economics means to explore how people and firms produce and consume goods, while marketing is the activity set of institutions and process for creating products and selling. So no, they're not the same.
Okay. Good responses. Do I need to reload to get someone's? Okay, Ivani wants hers on here. Well, Ivani, I don't see yours. Let me try again. Oh, you're not finished with yours. Can I wait? You can go back. You can either share what you have now or go back afterwards and do it. Ivani, what do you want to do? Okay, Ivani, can you read, please? Ivani.
I said, yeah. Um, I said no. Marketing and economics are complete. Wait, let me get a second. Sorry. Oh yeah, it says no. Marketing and economics are not the same because marketing is a discipline concerned with business practice, while economics is essential and social science discipline.
Is there any ones that we have not read? Okay, so we've done our warm up. So next we're going to start Unit 3, Intro into Economics. It looks like several people have logged in. This is the title. So go ahead and get logged in. I've got several people that haven't gotten there yet. Let me know if you need the link. I'll put it in the chat. This is the title right here. Okay, Ronald, are you on? Jace, are you on? Okay, Ariana's waiting. Thank you. Got some people that went ahead and started on their own, which is fun. My last class, for some reason, could not hear it. We're going to try and see what goes on with this class. Share computer sound. Or one of my other classes could not hear the video we were watching. Okay, Ronald, are you trying to get on? Ivani, are you trying to get on?
I'm already on.
Good. Okay, so let's get started. So we have several questions to answer as we progress. You can watch mine and you can have yours up and just mute it, whichever way is easier for you. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Let's see. I see one thumbs up. I see two thumbs up. Shadarius, are you ready? I can't see you. Ariana, I can't see you. Thank you, Ashley. Jordan, I can't see you. Thank you, Shadarius. Bryant, are you good? Good, thank you. Crystal, are you good?
Are we going to do it together or can we listen to it by ourselves?
It's totally up to you. It being done in class would be no excuse for not doing it.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
totally up to you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm Jacob
Adrienne
Clifford.
Hill,
I'm the host of
Okay, could you hear that? Thank you, Aubrey.
Host of Crash Course Economics.
Stan. 13, your co-host.
Oh,
All
co-host,
right,
awesome.
yeah, woo.
Well, anyways, we're making our Crash Course Economics series at the YouTube space in lovely Los Angeles, California, because Mr. Clifford and I are both from Southern California.
Yeah.
Who are these no-names?
Where are the Green brothers? If there aren't any Greens, I'm unsubscribing.
How can you unsubscribe? What is this, some kind of a moving newspaper?
Oh. Did we just get heckled by the Muppets?
Sounds like it.
Hey guys, listen, don't feel bad about not being green, okay?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Hi guys, listen, being green is great and everything, but being Adrian and Mr. Clifford, well, that's great too. And in fact, you know, guys, it's not easy being green. I think I could sing a song about that.
Can I sing with you?
Of course,
This is a dream.
yeah.
This is a dream.
No. We can't afford the licensing agreement for that song, guys. Economics.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, okay, well, in that case, why don't you guys just introduce yourselves?
Okay. I'm Mr. Clifford, and I'm a high school economics teacher and YouTuber. And I'm going to focus on teaching you the theories and graphs of economics. You know, the textbook stuff.
And I'm Adrienne Hill. I'm a senior reporter for the public radio show Marketplace, and I'm going to focus on showing you the real-world applications of economics. You know, the good stuff, the really fun stuff.
Hey, we're both fun. We're definitely not going to teach economics like this.
Welcome to Crash Course Economics. I am thrilled to be teaching you this fascinating subject.
I'm sorry, Professor Honeydew, but that's why people hate economics in high school and college.
Anyway, Statler and Waldorf have a point. The most important question in economics is, where's John Green? I mean, everyone knows he won a bronze medal in economics at the Alabama State Academic Decathlon. Well, John Green isn't hosting because economics. We'll explain later.
Okay, what do you already know about economics? What do you already know about economics? And don't put nothing. Hannah, are you finished? Are you good? Okay, thank you. Ronald, are you good? Ivani, are you good? Ivani. Ariana, are you good? Thank you, Aubrey. Okay, since I have multiple people not responding, we will continue on.
So let's start with the basics. What is economics? Well, it might be easy to determine what economics isn't. Economics is not the study of money or getting rich, although understanding economics can help with that. Economics is not the study of the stock market. It's just not. And economics is not primarily about men in bow ties forecasting what will happen in a given market or the overall economy. Actually, a few economists do that, but that's not the main focus of economics. Economics is the study of people and choices. The famous economist Alfred Marshall.
So what is economics? I think some of
The
you
study
mentioned
of
it in your
people and choices.
yes, a lot of you mentioned that in your
Marshall defined economics as a study of man
and woman
in the ordinary business of life. It inquires how he gets his income and how he uses it. Thus, it is on the one side the study of wealth, and the other, more important side, a part of the study of man.
and woman.
So let's talk a minute about what else econ is. Economics is an 18-year-old deciding whether to work or go to college and how that affects her future income. Economics is a company deciding whether to produce smartphones or tablets and how that's influenced by what we consumers want to buy. Economics is the government deciding whether to increase its spending when there's a recession and if it's worth going into debt. So despite what you might think, economics is not boring and dull. Okay, some of it is, but it's not all like that, I promise. It's awesome. Understanding econ can forever change the way you think and problem solve. Our job over the next 40 weeks is to teach you concepts that will help you understand the world and hopefully make it a better place. No matter who you are, you will be using economics.
Okay, what is economics? A, the study of money and getting rich. B, a science that deals only with the stock market. C, the study of people and choices. Or D, people predicting what will happen in a market. Got one response. Two responses. Put it in the chat, please. I've got only two people that have responded in the chat. Three people. Four people. Okay, looks like the majority say it is the study of people and choices.
Economics. In fact, you are using econ right now. You made a choice to watch this video. That means you must feel that the benefit outweighs the cost. You might be thinking, this is YouTube, there's no cost. But sure there is. You could be watching videos of kittens or skaters falling on their face or Charlie biting fingers. Oh! The cost of watching this video is the video you're not watching, the value of the next best alternative. Economists call this your opportunity cost. If you're still watching this video, it means that you believe it's the best use of your time, or you wouldn't be watching it. But what if I'm watching this at school? You ask, what if I'm forced to watch this? Well, you weren't forced to go to school. You could ditch, you could drop out, you could move to a country that doesn't have compulsory education. But the cost would outweigh the benefit. Even if you are at school, you're not forced to watch the video. You could close your eyes or put your head down. No one's gonna pry your eyes open. That'd be creepy.
Do any of these students in this class do what she was just saying?
Yes, ma'am. She said that you aren't like forced to watch the video. You can like put your head down and close your eyes and nobody's gonna pry your eyes open.
That's right. It's your decision to do your assignments. Only you.
Now let's talk about why John Green isn't here teaching this course. John is an entrepreneur. He writes books, runs DFTBA, Vlogbrothers, and Mental Floss, and creates movies, but he can't do everything he wants to do. He looked at the benefits and costs of his choices, and in the end, decided to spend more time writing books. So Mr. Clifford and I are jumping in to teach you economics.
And believe it or not, we just covered the two most important assumptions in all of economics. First, the idea of scarcity. People have unlimited wants but limited resources. And second, everything, I mean everything, has a cost. And if these assumptions are true, then we need a way to analyze our choices and get the most from our limited resources. And that's
Okay, describe a situation in which you had to weigh the cost and the benefits of a decision. Could be something as simple as buying a new pair of shoes. Jordan, says you're idle. Shadarius, why aren't you doing an assignment? And Shadarius, yes, I will go back and change those. Okay, so, okay, give me a thumbs up if you're finished. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. And I will go back and say, just because you didn't turn in an assignment, you still can do it. If you want to improve your grade or if you didn't submit it, you can still submit. Okay, I've got one response: going on a road trip and picking somebody to go with you. So what's the issue with going on a road trip and picking someone to go with you? What's the issue there? Milan, your hand's up.
Because like you have many friends to go with, and it's like it's hard for you to pick just one friend because you left all of your friends and you don't want to leave them behind. So, like, yeah.
Okay, Prince says the time I was in school and my so-called friends attempted to convince me to skip, but I chose a better alternative and did not skip my class, and that was my decision. Good choice there, Prince. Good choice. Anyone else want to share? And another thing, looking at yours, Milan, you could say once you ask somebody to go with you, you end up having to spend more money.
Yeah, that's also another thing.
Yeah. Anybody else?
economics.
Wait, but let's go back to the idea of benefits and costs. About 30,000 people a year die in car accidents in the US. Is there a way to ensure there will never be another traffic fatality? Yes, we can crush all the cars, close the roads, and force everyone to walk. That would solve the car crash problem. Do you want to decrease the number of people convicted of murder? You could decriminalize murder. You want to end the unethical treatment of elephants? You could kill off all the elephants in an ethical way, of course. But before you decide to tenderly euthanize herds of beautiful elephants, think about it for a second. Each of these solutions is absurd because the cost clearly outweighs the benefit. Traffic fatalities are tragic, but we don't prevent them at all costs. You know that driving has risk, that you might get in a car accident, but you still drive. Why? Well, first, who's going to walk to the gym? And walking home with heavy groceries in the rain is way worse than the teeny tiny chance of dying in a car crash. The point is, individuals, businesses, and countries can't have everything. So they're forced to weigh the benefits and costs of their decisions and make choices.
Okay, what is opportunity cost? Provide an example. That is a researched response. You are welcome to use it if you choose. You can reword it. Okay, let's go ahead and take our 5-minute break while we're here at this point. Five-minute break. Cassidy, is your hand up?
Yes, ma'am. I just wanted to say something. But
Sure.
so basically, I think all need to be like careful about missing too many days of school because I believe if you like miss like a specific amount of days, they'll like keep you back. Like they'll like
Ooh.
you'll have to like stay in the grade one more year, like no matter how good your grades are.
That's what happens where I used to teach. That I forget how many, 12 or 15 days that you could be held back even if you had an A plus. So keep that in mind. Thank you for sharing. Okay, break time if you need to go. And for those that have not submitted their ice cream assignment, you can still submit it. That was worth 50 points. Okay, Ashton, looks like you started you didn't finish it. Thank you, Prince. Okay, everybody be coming back and getting the cameras on, please. Okay.
Choices. Let's look at another example. Military spending in the United States is over $600 billion per year. That's close to what the next top 10 countries spend combined. There are a total of about 20 active aircraft carriers in the world today, and the U.S. has half of them, and it's building more. The opportunity cost of those aircraft carriers could be hospitals, schools, and roads. So is the U.S. spending too much on the military? Should the U.S. focus on making guns or butter? That is, weapons or consumer goods?
Okay, what's your opinion on the U.S. spending so much on things that could be used as a source of protection for us? You think they're spending too much? Cassidy, do you think they're spending too much?
Honestly, it's kind of like I have kind of like mixed feelings. Like we're not like in the middle of a war, so I don't really see the need for it. Yet you don't want to wait all the way until war starts and then you have absolutely nothing to fight and then you're like cooked. So I kind of have like mixed feelings.
How many billions was it? Billions.
Like 600 billion, that's like a lot of money.
Yeah. Where does that money come from?
Our taxes?
Mm-hmm.
And the government.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
And notice the key word here is or. We can't produce an infinite amount of weapons and consumer goods because we don't have an infinite amount of workers and farms and factories and raw materials. Scarcity means we must make a choice. The American president Dwight D. Eisenhower explained this best in 1953 in a speech about Cold War military buildup. Every gun that is made, every warship launched, every rocket fired signifies, in the final sense, a theft from those who hunger and are not fed, those that are cold and are not clothed. This world in arms is not spending money alone. It's spending the sweat of its laborers, the genius of its scientists, the hopes.
Okay, which of the following statements best describes scarcity? People who have unlimited wants but limited resources. Inexpensive production means more profit. There is a cost to every decision. Analyzing cost and benefit is not important. Looks like I see only one response, which from several people, which is A. People have unlimited wants but limited resources. Who can give me an example of that? Unlimited wants. You can give me an example. Cassidy, thank you.
Probably like unrenewable like resources like fossil fuels, like energy and stuff. Like
Yeah.
people may like want like thousands more cars, like flying cars, like cars that can fly in the air. But the
Yeah.
thing is that like it costs money. Like cars, like planes release like a lot of emissions, and it costs fossil fuels, which are all limited resources.
They definitely are limited. You are correct. Okay.
Of his children. And this is a good time to mention the role of politics in economics. We're not pushing some liberal anti-military policy here. We're just pointing out that military spending has an opportunity cost. The resources not being used for social services, like feeding the hungry. We're going to try not to push a political agenda on you. We're going to show you both sides and let you decide which one's best. So please don't say Mr. Clifford loves capitalism, so he's just a pro-business conservative, or Adrian's talking about environmental regulation, so she's an anti-business liberal. Yeah, we are pro-business, and you are too. I mean, where do you think your computer came from? That computer was brought to you by capitalism and the private sector. But that being said, the security and laws, roads, and that traffic ticket you got the other day came from the government. Conservatives and liberals fight over the details, but the free market alone can't solve all of our problems. And the government can't solve all of them either. Government officials use economic theories to guide public policy, and their effects are widespread and affect billions of people. Sometimes the theory is flawed, but many times the policy is flawed. Economists suggest policies based on theories supported by data and understanding of incentives. Having the right incentive is key.
But the right incentives can be hard to figure out. Take, for example, public colleges and universities. Many of them used to get state money for each student they enrolled. That meant universities had financial incentives to focus on recruiting as many students as possible, but not actually helping them succeed once they were in class. So states have started changing the incentives. Now more and more states reward schools for the number of students that complete courses or earn degrees. And in some places this has worked. It's helped schools increase their graduation rates by shifting money from marketing budgets to programs to help students do better. But those incentives can also backfire if they're poorly designed. A university that gets money for graduates could push students through the program without giving them a good education. It might want to admit only students who come in with super high test scores, instead of considering other factors that might make them good candidates. It might push students into less rigorous majors. But incentives can help solve problems without adding more resources. You just have to get the incentive.
Why is it important to give incentives right when creating a policy? You can put your responses in the chat, or you can say them verbally. It's up to you. Okay, I've got, because it's many details and different sides that go into this, right? Because as she said, they were giving money to universities for each student that was enrolled. And that didn't necessarily mean the students got a good education. They were just getting the kids in and out so they could continue to get their money, which is not a good thing. We have a thing here in the state of Mississippi. If you go directly to a junior college after you graduate high school, spend 2 years there, then you can go to a local university free for the remainder of your 2 years. The only thing you pay for would be your books. So there's a good use of money there.
Incentives right. Many non-economists assume that the way to improve things like healthcare is to spend more money. Economists would point out that the U.S. already spends almost twice as.
Okay, so she said that some people would think that the way to improve healthcare is to spend more money. So what's a better way to improve healthcare?
Trying to spend more money on capital and human labor to get more nurses and doctors and better facilities for people.
Okay, provide more help for them. I forget how many billions the drug business is for us. Whereas a lot of times, some of the possibilities would be that they could encourage people to eat better, but some people can't afford that, so therefore, if McDonald's has got 2 cheeseburgers for $5, they go get 2 cheeseburgers for $5, whereas they probably could not buy enough groceries at the grocery store with $5 to feed just 2 people.
As other rich countries, and in many cases, they get worse health outcomes. Economists would also say that rather than spending more money, we need to make sure that insurers, hospitals, doctors, and patients have incentives to produce the most effective care possible at the lowest cost possible. The point is, if you mess up the incentives, the policy's not going to work. When Vietnam was under French colonial rule, the regime issued a bounty on rats to exterminate them, giving money to people for handing in rat tails. I guess because piles of rat bodies were too gross. The plan backfired. To make as much money as possible, the rat catchers cut the tails off the rats and released them, allowing them to make baby rats. The policy actually increased the rat population. It made things worse. We'll talk more about this idea of perverse incentives in another video when we talk about the 2008 financial crisis. Again. For now, let's go to the thought bubble.
Speaking of 2008, people sometimes criticize economists asking, why didn't they predict the 2008 financial crisis, or why can't they agree on what the government should do or shouldn't do when there's a recession? These criticisms fail to distinguish between macroeconomics and microeconomics. Specifically, all these complaints are about macroeconomics. Macro studies the economy as a whole. It looks at the whole nation's output, unemployment, inflation, interest rates, government spending, and growth. Macro answers questions like, will unemployment rise if there's an increase in taxes? Will an increase in the money supply boost output or just increase inflation? Will a slump in European economies cause the US economy to slow down? Macroeconomists get more airtime because they predict the direction of the overall economy and work with the media, businesses, and Congress, and the Federal Reserve. But less than half of all economists are macroeconomists. There's a whole other side of economics that look at different questions. How many workers should we hire to maximize profit? If our main competitor releases their product in May, when's the best time to release our product? And which is better for fighting climate change, a gas tax or increase in fuel efficiency? These are all microeconomic questions. They're not about predicting GDP or measuring unemployment, but they are crucial questions that economists must answer. Also, if you don't know what GDP is or what a high or low unemployment rate is, don't worry, we'll get there. So macro and microeconomists are two different groups asking different questions under one academic umbrella. If economics was biology, macroeconomics would be ecology, while micro would be cell biology. If economics was physics, macro would be cosmology and relativity, while microeconomics would be...
As I used a lot of big words there. Which of the following questions is an example of macroeconomics? How much should our employees be paid to maximize profit? If we adjust the price of our product, will it sell better? If federal taxes are decreased, will consumer spending increase? Or how can we optimize our company's supply chain? Okay, I've got 2 responses. Three responses. Okay, looks like everybody is saying if federal taxes are decreased, will consumer spending increase? Good job.
Newtonian mechanics. Thanks, Thought Bubble. Stan, I've always wanted to say that, and I can cross off my bucket list. Now I've ring the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange, arm wrestle Ben Bernanke, and swim in a giant pool of money like Uncle Scrooge.
Obviously, we're glossing over the details, but we promise to cover everything in the next 40 weeks. From supply and demand to monetary policy, we'll cover it all, except for maybe the giant pools of money. We can't promise you that learning economics will make you wealthy, but we can promise that learning economics will enlighten your mind and make you a more informed decision maker. And that makes us all better off. Thanks so much for joining us.
Okay, how did this video change the way you think about economics? How did it change the way you think about economics? That is the last question. Looks like we have about 9 minutes to go, so you have plenty of time to finish it if you did not.
We'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching Crash Course Economics. It was
Okay, we didn't finish our entire lesson. So, well, it says be prepared for a quiz since we didn't do this Unit 3, Lesson 1 yet. Your quiz will be later. Let's say Monday. But don't worry about that till we meet again. Okay, looks like Aubrey has volunteered to read the Would You Rather.
Would you rather have Thanksgiving meal without your favorite dish, or have a meal made up with only your favorite Thanksgiving dish. A meal made up with only my
Do what, Aubrey? Aubrey, what'd you say?
Oh, I said I would do
Yeah, yes, Prince, you go to lunch after this. So Ariana, what is your favorite? Gotta tell me what your favorite is. Let's see, got a dressing with cranberry sauce. Anyone else? Well, you guys sure are quiet today. Well, let's go to lunch and have a nice, enjoyable lunch.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.